Hi, I'm Tara Brabazon. I'm the Dean of Graduate Research at Flinders University. A research higher degree, weird phrase. I know it's a very odd phrase. What does it mean? Every word in that phrase is significant. So a research higher degree refers to a Doctor of Philosophy, but also a research master's. But really, the what a research higher degree doesn't matter too much. What really matters is why you would do one. So in your life, if you've had an issue that's worried you, a problem that no one seems able to solve, or indeed a passion, something that's driven you through your professional or personal life, then often a PhD is the way to address and understand it, to solve it for yourself, but also solve it for the world. A Doctor of Philosophy, a research master's degree, they are independent research projects. A Doctor of Philosophy is about 100,000 words. A research master's is 50,000 words. But when I say independent research, they're not necessarily independent research, like you're not released into a jungle and we hope for the best. What actually occurs is you're allocated a supervisor. Weird word again, supervisor. A supervisor is about supervision. An expert in the field helps you and guides you through that independent research journey. So yes, it's independent, but you are scaffolded, you are mentored to reach the highest standards of excellence. There are many ways into a PhD or a research master's degree. The conventional pathway is obviously an honours degree. So you do a bachelor degree, then you do an honours degree. But in many ways, that way of getting into a PhD is being transcended. Increasingly what we're seeing is people doing a bachelor degree and then some form of master's degree into the program. But having said that, the other great wonderment of this time is alternative pathways are emerging. So if you've had an outstanding career from engineering right the way through to the creative arts, if you've had an outstanding career, then present to us a portfolio of that career and we'll assess that and maybe we can allow you into the program that way too. So there's lots of pathways into the program. A research higher degree is unlike any other degree you would ever do because you can enrol any day of the year. So it's not about semesters. It's sort of like a 1960s performance art experiment. When you are ready, you can enrol. That's the nature of this degree. And what a lot of people perhaps don't know, particularly if you are an Australian, is that you don't pay fees for the period of your enrolment. So the government, thank you to the government pays your fees. And also for some students, domestic students and international students, stipends or scholarships are available. I love working at Flinders University and there are many reasons I love working here. I came back to Australia to take this job and one of the reasons I love working here is because of the diversity of our students. The age of our PhD students spans from 23 to 89. We have domestic and international students, part-time and full-time students. And most importantly, only 2/3 of our students live in South Australia. So yes, your maths is accurate. 1/3 of our students live around the world, which is amazing. Incredible diversity of students. And why we have that diversity is Flinders University was the first in the world to implement the digital doctorate. We have an app, because we're down with the young people, we have an app called Inspire. And Inspire takes you through the digital doctorate from your admissions right the way through to your examination. But also, what is the great, I think, value add of a research higher degree at Flinders University is we have a bespoke professional development program for you. So wherever you are in your career, if you're 22 and starting out, if you're 45 and wanting to refresh, rejuvenate your career, or if you're, as a lot of our students are, over 60, over 65, going again with a consultancy career or enacting a passion project. Wherever you are, we also have a professional development program to enable consultancy, to enable publishing, but also we're preparing you for industries that don't even exist yet. And that's what a PhD does. So We have an incredible diversity of students that come from all our disciplines, from creative writing, the creative arts, right the way through to structural engineering. And yes, these people do meet. And of course, publishing is different per discipline, but we focus very, very strongly on making sure you are supported through your publishing, whether it be that conference paper or poster right at the start of your career, whether it be a podcast, whether it be a video. We have incredible diversity of research dissemination that we train you and teach you to do. But further, this university has committed deeply to the book, to the scholarly monograph. So if you've ever wanted to write a book, then this is the place to do it, because we believe in the book, we believe in scholarship, we believe in reading and writing, and our students in multiple disciplines get their work published at the end. That is our priority. Doing research is great, but disseminating that research to change the world, that's the deal. We're about to meet some astounding people. And look, I'm only one person, I'm only a dean, I'm the least important person here. But you're about to meet some remarkable people, and you'll see the diversity of our students. So you'll meet Aidan and Stanley, you'll meet Narelle and Andrew, and all of them have been drawn to the research higher degree to suit their particular point in their career and also their personal lives. They are people of passion, they're people of commitment, but they're also people of profound intelligence. But you can be intelligent, that doesn't matter too much. Sharing the intelligence to change the world, that's crucial. So let's watch these amazing people and how they're changing the world.
Hi, I'm Aidan Cornelius Bell, and I'm studying student activism and partnership in higher education. This area sort of really speaks to me because it's a space that I've been pretty intimately involved in, so the student activism side of things. And I really wanted to get a more theoretical lens on that. So, you know, I've been out in the street with my fist in the air, and I wanted to sort of come over into a more sort of rigorous academic discipline and investigate that more fully, get into some of that theoretical roots and sort of unpack some of those concepts and ideas in that space. I think the PhD is pretty well the ultimate space to start to think more deeply about your own practice, about what you sort of bring to society and what's going on around you. It gives you this real opportunity to challenge the world around you in ways that you can't really do in any other degree.
My name is Andrew Patterson. My PhD was a study of resilience among police officers in South Australia. Most of my work in social work was in the justice system, and police officers were a part of that most of the time. So I formed professional relationships with many of them. I had an interest in what kept them going in the context of a continual stream of information that police and other first responders receive about the toll that their professional choices might make on their mental health. PhD is the highest level of research you can undertake, and it gives you time, I think, to really engage with the topic. For example, I interviewed 50 police, and they were long, complicated, intensive interviews. And the literature around trauma and resilience is massive. So I think a PhD gives you an opportunity to actually engage with that and become part of the field of research.
My name is Stanley Machuki. I'm doing a PhD in public policy and government. I chose in this area, having a background in economics and sustainability. I needed to get a deeper understanding in the intersectionality of society, politics, environment, and the economics, to understand the underlying issues that shape inequalities and other disadvantages that surround vulnerable people in the context of power and various life chances that people are encompassed in. I chose to do it at a level of a PhD because I needed to make a contribution with a reasoned voice. And as a scholar and a researcher, I needed to equip myself with the necessary critical skills for thinking in shaping the policy. And I also needed to make sure that I'm powerful enough to make a reasonable voice as a social justice advocate.
Hi, I'm Narelle Hunter. I am studying a PhD investigating how writing helps to develop scientific literacy, disciplinary literacy in scientists. I'm an academic and I noticed that my students really were struggling in how they developed their writing skills and how that contributed to their lack of understanding of science and becoming a scientist. So I really wanted to help them develop that sense of being a scientist and what that actually meant. It will impact my work life as being an academic. That is something that is important for me to hold as a practicing academic and a scientist. But I chose to really structure it as a PhD because the question is really a really large one, and it's important for more than just science. It's really important for any other aspect of how we learn within a discipline.
Well, you've seen our astounding students. You've unfortunately had to hear me speak, and I apologise for that. But look, if you'd like to talk to us, if you'd like to talk to me about you, about your passion and about your research future, then please contact us at Flinders University in the Office of Graduate Research. Thank you so much for joining us at Flinders University. We look forward to welcoming you on campus really soon.